A lot of people live outside of their means or don't really know what their means are.
I kind of live paycheck to paycheck right now, so I don't really have a certain budget. It's whatever I can spend and save.
I mean, I could save more. I think everyone could save more.
Money is easy to spend and tough to save, but if you have a plan, it can make that saving simple. And Robin Thompson from BudgetWise Consulting joins us to help us with a money makeover plan. Robin, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And we're not just talking about a budget here. This is bigger than that, isn't it?
You know, it really is. There are a number of things that you can do to just really improve your financial health overall.
So you're talking 4 basic steps here. We've boiled it down. And the first step you're talking about is setting a goal. Why is that so very important?
You know, everyone has limited resources, and typically everyone's dreams are much bigger than their paychecks. So that's why we need to set a goal so that we can have direction for our money and stay on focus and on point.
Talk about, though, you want these goals to be specific, don't you?
You know, absolutely. Instead of saying I want to save more money in 2013, we've got to drill down to the details and say, I want to save $3,000 for a winter vacation by December the 15th. That really helps you to stay on track.
Yeah, or even if it's a retirement goal, to say this is what I want then and this is what it's going to take to get me there.
You know, absolutely. In fact, I look at goal setting in terms of 3 money buckets, your short-term, mid-term, and long-term, and that long-term is your wealth-building bucket, that retirement bucket. It's so important to have goals there because you've got to know your numbers and how much money it's going to take you to fill that bucket up for retirement.
And before you reach any of those goals, you have to create a spending plan so you know what it's going to take to get there, right? And what is that?
You know, a spending plan is a tool to help you reach your goals. It is simply allocating your paycheck. You know, Joanne, enough people haven't really looked at their money as an employee that they gave an assignment to go out and work hard for them.
Right.
So we've got to work the numbers, your income and expenses, do the math, and just see how much money is left over.
And don't forget anything. I mean, you want us to sit down with a piece of paper and write down, this is everything that's coming into me, and this is everything that's going out. And don't forget the expenses, I assume, that aren't even the regular monthly ones, right?
You know, very key, because the missing link and why people say this budgeting doesn't work is that they have forgotten the financial surprises, which typically occur in 3 areas, and that's medical, vehicle, and home. And whenever we have a financial surprise in that area, it can really throw us off track.
Even birthday presents. I know you've told me in stories that we've done. You know, you
birthday presents, showers, graduations, open houses. Christmas occurs at the same time every year.
Budget for all of it.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so pay yourself first. So you have all those numbers worked out, and now you get your paycheck or whatnot. It's imperative to pay yourself first, isn't it?
You know, paying yourself first is more of a mindset because we really haven't looked at savings as an expense. But just as all the other bills I'm paying, I've got to look at savings as an expense, so it's coming off the top, getting out of my hands before I actually have a chance to spend it.
But yet be careful that you don't pay so much that you can't meet your basic bills, right, Rob? I mean, you're not asking anyone not to pay their mortgage.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that was the point of the spending plan, to actually know that I have enough money to save. But the way that we pay ourselves first is to have not only a checking account, but a couple of savings accounts, so that that money is swept out as soon as I get paid, instead of waiting to the very end of the month and seeing how much is left over.
You also want us to follow our money. What does that mean?
We've got to track it, because when we did the spending plan and allocated our spending, that's when we set the fence. But we've got to make sure that we don't run outside the yard and get hit by a car.
Good point.
So how do we do that? You know, we can track it by writing everything down, you know, where the money went, how I spent it. But, you know, a lot of people don't like this method.
Yes.
So we're going to go back to our old method, which is to create the old cash envelopes, actually withdrawing the money on a monthly basis, putting it in the envelope. But guess what? When we spend it, when the money is gone, it's gone until we get paid the next time.
It's almost, you're a big advocate of cash only, I would assume, because it allows you to be careful with what you spend.
I really am, because it helps us to reconnect with our money. When we pay with cash, it's more painful.
It is.
And we can make better decisions, you know, when the cash is in hand, say, oh, I don't want to give away that $20, versus paying by credit or debit, which is like magic money. We swipe and don't feel a thing.
So easy. Robin, great advice. We appreciate your time.
Thank you
very much.